Yo, what's up? Want to ask anyone watching this video just try and watch this whole thing, because in my opinion, this is the biggest weekend Philadelphia sports has had in all time. When you talk about the rivalry, Philadelphia and New York, in my mind, two major pro sports cities, there isn't a bigger rivalry than Philly and New York, in my opinion. Alright, let's take it from chronological order. First up, Philly, New York. Probably no one really cares about this game. Maybe watch like the first 20 minutes before the World Series starts. But yeah, the Knicks and Sixers. I love the Sixers, but I'm sorry, I really don't care about tomorrow night's game. And that might set a record for one of the lowest attendances in Madison Square Garden tomorrow night. One of the lowest attendance records in Madison Square Garden history. One of the lowest, because everyone will be so into the Yankees game up in New York. Now, while that gets on the way, you have the final event ever at the Spectrum. Pearl Jam tomorrow night. Pretty good band. I like Pearl Jam. Not bad. Started listening to their stuff. Pretty good. But that's the last event ever at the Spectrum. You talk about a building, that Ed Snyder took a risk on to make that building, and all this troubles he went through, and then the Flyers win a cup on that ice of the Spectrum. And just the great moments it brought, and really brought out what the great stuff, what makes up Philadelphia fans. It all took place in that, what in my opinion is a small building. And it's the last event ever at that place before it gets imploded. Now, luckily I'm in a suite, so I'll be able to watch the World Series game. But, once those last couple of songs come on, you have World Series Game 3, or the last ever song, couple of songs at the Spectrum. What do I tune into? It's got to be the last couple of songs at the Spectrum. Because, there's at least another 2 games after Game 3 in the World Series. And, just an unbelievable place the Spectrum is. And, three championships were won there, while Philly teams had 10 years in that building. One championship was won in there, and that was the 1974 Stanley Cup. Flyers beat the Bruins. Outstanding stuff, and I loved it. And who could forget that Duke shot, Christian Laettner, over Kentucky. It's an unbelievable place, man. And last event tomorrow, and I'm going to soak it in and enjoy it as much as I can, and I'll post a video from it. But I'll also be watching the World Series game there too, because I do have a TV in the suite. But, the last event at the Spectrum comes first, as hard as it might be to say, because it's the last event ever at that place. Went to a lot of nice things in that building, and just looking forward for another great memory tomorrow night as the last one. Then you have Eagles Giants, battle for first place, a huge, huge game. Eagles win Monday night, but this is a pivotal game. I think whoever wins this game will win the division, in my opinion. Now, gotta give a little props to Giants fans, as much as I hate the Giants, because I hate them more than the Cowboys. I hate the Giants so much, but I gotta give the Giants fans some props. Because, they're not underestimating us as much as they did last year. You know what happened when they underestimated us twice last year. We beat them. So, just gotta win that game tomorrow. We have to win that Eagles game tomorrow. But an even bigger game, and a game I'd rather have, if I had to take one, I'd rather have the Phillies win than the Eagles win. Phillies Yankees. We need Cole Hamels to pitch well tomorrow night. And I don't think it'll be a home sweep, but, I'm just I'm just praying, man, that we can just somehow win this World Series, and oh my God, I just want to win tomorrow night's game against the Yankees so much. Hopefully the Philly crowd shows up, and we can take a 2-1 series lead. It'll be tough though against Andy Pettit, but with our that's right, AL offense, never know what can happen. Got some pretty good hitters in our lineup. Oh, and on top of all this, SEPTA subways, the subway for the SEPTA, Philly subway, might go on strike. Can you imagine the chaos? All on top of this great sports weekend. That'll, in my opinion, produce some of the most history we've ever seen in the South Philadelphia sports complex. Let's hope for the best. Go Phillies and Eagles. Hope we get first place and win the World Series. Go Phillies and Eagles.